Joining us for this first week here on Flyer Nation is Lewis University Athletics Director, Dr. John Planek. Thanks for joining us this morning, Dr. Planek.
It's a pleasure to be here as we start a new athletic.
I kind of can't believe summer's over already and we're getting back into the swing of school and athletics again.
Yeah, it seems like summer's still here with our hot temperatures.
Exactly.
So summer's still here, but school's started and we're in full swing.
Well, starting off earlier on this season, or early on in the season, I should say, both Lewis University soccer teams are off to a pretty good start. The women's soccer team off to a 2-0 start early on in the season. The men are 1-0-1 so far in the season. So talk about the importance of having some early season success for both teams.
You know, at the NCAA Division II level, it's really important that when you participate in these early season games against non-conference in-region opponents, that you get good results. Because at the end of the year, they'll sit down, the NCAA selection committee will sit down and say, what did you do in region outside of your conference? And obviously for our women's team to get 2 in-region wins and our men's soccer team to beat the then ranked number 2 team and just prior to that, the finalists for the NCAA Division II championship, Saginaw Valley State, is a great accomplishment for us and really sets a good tone for us going into the season. Now the advantage there was that we had all those games at our home facility. So it's nice when you have those opportunities at home that you take advantage of them and you get a good start to the season. You know, we have GLVC competition coming up this weekend, so it was a good start.
So you mentioned talking about with the GLVC competition coming up for the soccer teams this weekend. I do believe both are against Indianapolis on Friday.
Right.
You know, is it tough going into the GLVC, starting GLVC play for the first time, maybe in a season, going against a team that has changed since last year when you saw them last?
Yeah, I think it's good to start at home. So now we got 3 games with our home crowd. The kids are in their own beds. We're on our campus. Their moms and dads and fellow students can come out and support them. So it's a good venue for us. So I think I'd always rather start with your first 3 games at home than on the road. You know, if you're on the road and you stumble a little bit, it's harder to come back. But I think we'll have some good energy out there. Weather's supposed to be a little bit cooler. So with a doubleheader with the men's and women's programs, it looks to be an exciting night on Friday on Lewis campus.
Let's shift gears a little bit, talk about the Lewis University men's and women's golf team. Both just came back from Green Bay. They had their invitational up there. Both teams did fairly well. Yeah,
it was good that, you know, again, you get off your first competition, you have a good start. It creates some confidence in the program. We had a number of freshmen scoring well for us on our women's program. We had a number of players on our men's team that bounced back and did well also. So I think it's like just like our soccer program, if you can get to that first meet and have some success, it gives you a little confidence going into the next meet. And sometimes, you know, if you struggle early on, that stays with you. By the same token, if you have confidence and you have some success early on, it stays with you. So again, like you said, our golf team off to a good start as well.
The women's volleyball team getting their preseason games in, they're a little bit more fortunate than us, so they get to travel out to Hawaii to play some of these games. So how have they been doing out there?
Well, they went 1-3, but as always, Laura Lee Smith takes on the best competition in the country. So when you go out to Hawaii, they play Brigham Young Hawaii out there, and they struggled early on with that, but they had some tight sets. You know, we went 1-3, and some people might be disappointed with that 1-3 start, but you also have to step back and examine the competition. Who did you play? And philosophies on the Lewis staff, throughout the Lewis staff, is let's make it a quality experience. Let's play the best competition that we can play going into the GLVC. Laura Lee did that last year. It's playing top flight competition, and it boded well for her in the season as her team responded by playing good teams early on. So we hope the same thing happens.
A lot of new freshmen on campus. We have 700 new freshman students, 500 new transfer students here this year. How important is it that fans come out to as many games as they possibly can to cheer on their teams?
Yeah, we had our student athletes together at a meeting in their gym last week, and I looked as they fill up almost the entire lower section of Neil Carey, and I said, just with the student athletes alone, we can create an atmosphere at the Neil Carey Arena and at different venues by just our student athletes. And it's important that we get support from our student athletes. But like you say, we have 700 freshmen on campus and transfer students new to Lewis, It'd be great to see them at venues. And we had a nice crowd on Friday night. We had a nice crowd on Friday night at our Thursday night at our soccer game. And again on Saturday, we had a nice crowd. So I think that the students do know that we're participating, and it's nice to see them out there. Like I said, it looks like the weather's going to cooperate with us. So it could be a cool night for Lewis fans to come out and see us play soccer on Friday night.
Even students that maybe have been here at Lewis University, even if they're in their senior year, can they expect anything different at Flyer games this year?
I think that we started last year, as you know, with our flight crew, our new band that we put together. They performed not only at our men's and women's basketball games, but at some select volleyball games. We did some things with our introduction and our lights. We had our radio Flyer flight team come over and fly their airplane. So we're looking to enhance some of that and do some more experiences like that. I had the person who directs our choral group on campus here approach me about having the choir possibly sing, or the choral group sing national anthem. We also had our ROTC participating in our pregame festivities. So I'm looking to try to attract and recruit as many people to our games as possible through different venues. So I think that hopefully our games will be exciting. If the percentage last year of Lewis varsity sports winning at home was really, really high. I don't think our women's volleyball lost at home. Our men's volleyball lost 2 games at home. Our men's basketball team had a great run, as did, I don't think our women's basketball team lost at home to a conference opponent. So Lewis Flyers have a great advantage at home due to the student support. So if you come out, more than likely, you're going to see a win. So that's a good thing. You don't want to come out and see a team lose. So, and the same thing as we started this weekend. We've had 3 or 4 soccer games already, and there's been no losses.
Wow, well that's good.
We have one tie, but no losses.
Well, as long as you're staying away from the losses, that's good.
Right.
So next game's coming up on Friday. That will be both men's and women's soccer, correct?
Yep, men's and women's soccer against Indianapolis at our soccer field. I think it's 5 and 7:30. The men will be going first. Will the men be going first?
I believe the women play first.
Women will be going first, and the men will be following. We switched it from last year, so it should be an exciting venue out there.
All right. Well, anything else that you want to add, Dr.
Well, I
Planek?
echo your sentiments. As there's a lot of new people on campus. We love to see them at our events, and we appreciate being on Lewis Television here. It's great for us, and we appreciate your support as well.
All right. Well, thanks for coming out this morning and talking to us.
You're welcome.
All right. We'll be back.